Is there anybody else joining us?
Does everybody know Sean Patrick?
Hey, you, or dude, or that guy, or yo, so, hey, first clue, what the hell are you doing here?
Everybody, that's
oh, God, shit, what, Karen?
Alright, we are going to start with, do you guys want to go straight to an audience question? Audience question answers? Yeah! Should be set.
No, what are we doing here? Is it, Q&A. Are we doing Q&A? Oh, I know.
Yeah, we're going to do Q&A. We're going to talk about this movie that I think you guys are all in.
We're going to talk about, okay, cool. How long do we have?
We got an hour.
We got an hour to chat about this shit? That's a lot of chat. Good God! Everybody stand up and stretch. This is going to be a long ride. All right, who's got questions?
All right, so if you have questions, go
Perch up, brother. What do you got?
What do you use for your hair?
The same thing I've used since I was a fucking kid. Chick's fingers. That's how we do it, baby! Who's next? Yo, brother, right there. I don't care if you have a question or not. You're in front of the mic. Start spewing. What do you got?
How you doing?
On your feet, quick. What do you got? Question. Is every even number written to some two primes? Yes. What? What was that? Yes, it is.
I didn't hear where you said. Okay, this is starting to get crazy.
What's up?
Starting?
Blondie. Stand up, Blondie. Oh, I actually know you. And you're backlit, so all I can see is blonde hair. Go on the mic so everybody can hear you.
Let's do some ground rules for questions.
Yeah.
No asking anyone to strip.
Wait, what? Did you say strip?
We can strip if we want to.
If you want to come in that way.
You can leave your friends behind. Friends don't strip, and if they don't strip, well, they don't fucking strip.
There are no friends of mine.
I'm sorry.
So, it's not a question, it's a
Then
request.
sit down. I'm kidding, go ahead.
No, it's not gonna happen. Or these
I
pants.
love your fighting britches, buddy.
Your situation.
You just checked out one leg is a unicorn, the other is Godzilla. And when her legs rub together, making noises like crickets, as they will do, she's got a little battle going on.
So anyway, it's not a question, it's a request. Could you channel Connor and hit on me? Let me provide you like a scene.
But you never provide me secrets. I'll tell you this. Connor he employs the tools of genius. Brevity and concision.
Okay.
There's no like background check. There's no like dialoguing for 45 minutes or anything at buying cocktails. It's just use the panties. Pretty much it.
That'll work.
You're not wearing any.
What did you say?
She's not wearing any.
We have dollar bills.
You have what?
Bills.
Dollar bill, yo. Is somebody gonna make it rain up in this VR?
I believe it is zombie.
What do you got, Buzz?
Can you tell any stories about working with Norman that won't get you an arrow shot in the throat?
See, they won't get me.
Any
They
stories
won't get
about
me shot in the throat.
Norman that won't get you?
Brian Mahoney, tell him about working with Reed Steen.
He's a stud.
but not as big of a stud as Sean.
Yeah, woo!
Tell them stories, brother.
I'll tell you stories. I was lucky enough to go to the Middle East and Africa with Norm and Sean to meet the troops, and it was a fantastic experience. But the difference is, at the end of a long day, meeting all the troops, me and Norm and Troy Duffy would go find a drink somewhere, and Sean would go straight to the gym and train the troops because he is a badass jiu-jitsu motherfucker.
Ninja!
No shit.
The ninja!
He flew cobras. That's no shit.
It's a long time ago in the galaxy far. Back to you, baby, back to you. I gotta say, in all the places we stopped in the Middle East and Africa, I watched him and videotaped him quite a bit with the troops. Every one of them wanted to pin Conor McManus. And not one of the badasses could take him down. Not one.
It was fun. I had an enjoyable time doing it. I loved it, and God bless those guys. They're the real fighters out there, and I thank them for the certs. If there's any certs cats in here, ladies and gentlemen, God bless them. And it was an honor to go and hang out with those guys and do some training, and they showed us all of their stuff. We showed them all of ours. Not a dirty way, but it was really wonderful, life-changing experience, and we had a ball. Love to do it again.
Good time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have a question for you. So the McManus brothers, underneath those pea coats and slobby clothes, are we wearing boxers or briefs?
Mahoney, boxes are brief.
I thought you didn't wear anything.
What's that?
I thought you didn't wear anything.
Boxes are briefs.
He's commando.
Is it commando? What is it?
Yep.
Let me tell you this shit right now. Who's got a sore ass? You can borrow a pillow. Here. Let me tell you this. No dude who is a dude wears anything but fucking tight shit, keeping his stuff up nice and snug. God forbid anything fucking happens to you. You gotta chase the motherfucker down. You don't want your shit flapping around like two fucking marbles in an empty jelly jar. Fuck that shit. Everybody out there like, oh yeah, man, I wear boxers. Fuck you, no you don't. You've never run a day in your life. You get chased, fuck you. Somebody comes and pinches your chick's ass and run away, you're like, well, baby, I would go after him, but I got boxers, and my shit will fucking rack together like knockers. Fuck that shit. I want 1,500 thread count underwear wrapping my shit up tight. God bless them. The most precious thing I own, my genetic legacy, is between my legs. And my moral compass swings with every step. And I do not protect that shit with some sandpaper cotton boxers that let my shit go anywhere they fucking want to go. I want them where I put them. I want that shit to stay there. And that commando shit. Let me tell you about this. All the chicks out there think they're sexy. They're like, I'm not wearing any panties. Really? Then you got shit hygiene. Come on, I know it sounds filthy, like I'm not wearing it. No, it sounds like you got shit hygiene. That's like saying, I'm so fucking real, I don't wear panties, and I don't even brush my teeth. Oh, I just got a diamond cutter here and that. No! Who's next?
Hi.
Oh my God.
I am wearing
That was a long answer to a short question.
Okay, so being from Maine, I have to ask, where is Bob Marley and how did you like working with him?
You know, at one time, it's one of the last scenes that Bob Marley does in Boondock One. And he's living with B. Mahoney. They gave him this nice palace. And he went out drinking with us in this like wretched house. And he goes to Troy, he says, you know, Troy, it's my last scene tomorrow. But I feel like drinking. He goes, I want you to drink tonight. You get as drunk talk as you can to Bob Marley. And so they pick you up where your address is. But Bob Marley was in our place, and so he stuck all these signs. Everybody, it's Bob Marley, I'm here. I'm not at the other address and all that. Got drunk as hell for his last scene.
Of course.
We love Bob Marley.
We love Bob.
What was the last scene? What was it for? The last scene he shot?
Yeah, the last scene he shot. The last scene
What
he
scene was
shot.
that?
Oh, I don't know. But no, but I didn't pay attention, but what I'm just trying to say is Bob Marley is a man.
And we do not know what kind of underwear he wears, and we do not give a shit.
Maybe he wasn't a runner. We don't know.
Be nice to us now, come on.
We love Bob.
What do you got?
Hey fellas, what's the status of the next movie?
Sean knows as much as I do, but I think he's written it, he just has to brush it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Is that the Big Lebowski?
Nope.
Is that the Big Lebowski? Dude. Abide.
I'm from Maine also, but my question is, did you feel dirty working with Ron Jeremy, or?
Any
I
shortcomings?
got the best photo in the world for that cat. You guys want to check it out? I will. While we're getting at this, I gotta find it on my phone. But you guys ask another question. I'll show this to you. Hysterical picture. It's one of my claim to fame.
You know, can I tell you, did any of you guys ever see Ron Jeremy's, have you ever seen any of his work?
No.
Before Boondock Saints.
Before Boondock Saints, have you ever seen any of his
The first question you ever ask Ron Jeremy, obviously, if you're a dude, because I see all this school, I don't give a shit. I'm like, dude, really? So it's fucking like a foot long, like, aren't chicks scared of it in high school? I mean, come on! Everything's wildest dream in high school. It's like, okay, sweet, I got a prom date, going behind the bleachers afterwards, man, as soon as they play that song. And what's gonna happen if you're like, zip it off? Anybody in high school chicks gonna, so that's what I'm like, like a fucking foot long or some shit. He's like, it's 2 inches from the floor. And it wasn't shit either. You know what I got for a rap gift? Swear to God, no shit. He gave me, the same year in the sex toy industry, they released the Ron Jeremy Life Mold Dildo. Swear to God, like, he hands this to me, and he's like, thanks for the hard work, Ron Jeremy. And he's like, that's me. It's vascularly perfect and everything. I'm like, well, there you go, Ron. Thank you. I still got that shit in a plastic container. Obviously, never took it out. But it says, thanks for all the hard work, Ron Jeremy. It's got fucking veins, and he was pointing it out to me, too. He's like, I don't need to, yeah, okay, I got you. Fucking thing is huge. They did a mold of his fucking Jimmy Johnson. And that motherfucker frightened the shit out of me. I don't know the chick that looks at that and goes, oh yeah, yeah. It's like fucking, it's a fucking...
Elephant!
Oh yeah, exactly! If I kept it in my fridge, I'd have to move some shit out of my fridge. My some woman! My God!
Alright. Sean, can you talk about...
I'd met him like 8 minutes prior. Everybody was like, how are you, Mr. Jeremy? I'm like, Ron, brother!
I know your work!
You guys can't... Wait.
Just give me 1 minute.
30 seconds, here it is. Check it before you wreck it. That's what he said.
Should we have a countdown?
True story! True story.
That shit really happened, man. Don't be sucking all my info off that phone, man. I got fucking shit on there.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't want it.
Yeah, it's just a one.
Is it still up there? Is it going to go on the screen?
Can we get Norman's phone number?
What's the cell number on it?
What's Norman's number?
Yeah.
Yo, killer. You know, it's a different thing. It's like you know, a family that's been together 40 years and then they suddenly adopt a kid. You know, it's killer. The kid's like, wow, I got a family, but they've got their other shit going on. You know, everybody was super cool and super nice. But it was such a well-oiled machine, you know, it kind of went forward at 90 miles an hour. And I only got to do one season. I would love to. I mean, it's always cool to do work that you know is going to get seen, you know? It just changes things, you know? I've made a career out of doing films that nobody's seen. So, you know, you put a lot of work, it's funny, but it's true. You know, you put a lot of effort into an independent film and you really don't know if anyone's ever going to see it. And it changes it when you know there's X million viewers that are going to see every single episode. It's just neat. It's really neat. It makes you feel like a real actor. You know what I mean? It's true. You know, I mean, you know this is a hit show. But everybody was super nice and warm and welcoming. It was a wonderful experience for me. It really was.
One more quick question, Sean. I'm a married guy and just want to put a little excitement into my marriage. You know, it's Saturday night. We're out in Boston having a good time.
Senator Merrill.
Would you mind saying? Would you mind saying my wife's name in a really sexy manner? Her name is Pamela Cogswell. Pamela Cogswell.
We know her. We saw her last night.
That's where she was?
I was going to say, it's like the same.
Yeah, that blonde.
Pamela Cogswell, does that turn you on?
Beautiful, thank you.
Let me tell you the weirdest shit that happened to me today. Swear to God, this is no shit. There was this dude in line to come up and meet, and he was hustling me. He was like standing in line like... just looking at me like this, walking in line. And there was like people right, so he stood outside the line so he could pace back and forth. Getting shit out, walking back and forth. Just, hustling, I can tell. I'm from Texas, so you know what to do. So I'm like, we're gonna fucking throw down. This motherfucker's gonna come in here, he's got a proper move, he's gonna throw down, right? And he walks straight up to me, gets in front of the line, he's like, again. I fucking love you. The look on his face didn't change. He was back there doing this shit. I've loved you for a long time. And I was just standing there in that line, just thinking of all the stuff that I wanted to do to you for years and years, watching it on that screen. It was the weirdest fucking shit. I was like ready to pull a flying triangle, put him to sleep. The motherfucker's like, you little bitch. I don't know, it just saw my context. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, you know? I went from DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 5. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, man.
It's all right.
That was a long answer. Sorry. Question.
Well, welcome to Boston. Thanks for talking about the independent film industry. Thank you guys for making, to me and for everyone else here, the #1 fucking independent film that has ever been made. Thank you. No, seriously. Who hasn't seen this movie at least over and over 10, 20, 50, 100 what it should be now, back then, and for the future. It should never. And with that, I got one question. Rocco, tell me a joke. I only know a couple, you probably heard them. You can say, if you're going to say what I think you're going to say as many times or any joke you got, you say it, we love it. There's a lot of Irish. Got a couple Irish jokes. Do you know what Christ, when he was on the cross, what he said to the Irish? He said, don't do anything till I get back. You know why Christ wasn't born in Ireland? They couldn't find 3 wise men in the Virgin.
Right here, thank you.
To the Boondock Saints right now!
Yes, Olivia.
Do it! Do it! Do it! I got a little request from the Shriners, baby.
Just,
yeah,
do it.
Do it, John. I want to see the V, babe.
You know, you guys, I'll give you his room number.
She's offering to pay me like, okay, check this apparently it's like a fucking arrow indicator. I've never seen it. Isn't it crazy? Chicks know about this? I didn't even know that it was that thing. You know what I mean? It's got a name and everything. I cannot believe.
I believe he said
You think I would fall victim to bribery? We'll talk about it. Who's next?
Men's room later.
See, that's the difference between dudes and chicks. Dudes are like, no. I don't give a fuck about indicators around it. Show me the motherfucking goods. Chicks aren't like pulling out. They're like, I just want to see what's next to it. And I'll let my brain like get all the dirty stuff because it's such an unattractive appendage. But I love what it does, and it's so fucking ugly. Just show me the belly, and I'll know that something meat is down there, but I don't need to see it. That's chicks and dudes. Dudes are like, fuck your belly. Fucking drop the pig.
No, you can
No dude's like, I love that space in between the tits. No! I love that part of the neck because right beneath it are tits. No! That's the difference. Like chicks are like, so I'm up here, talk to me, I'm up here. Because chicks aren't looking at the shit. They're like this fucking. Anyway, go ahead. Now that prompted somebody show me your balls. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One, Brian, Fast and Furious 7. Can't wait to see it. How was it working in Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. It's the second time I've been over there. And yes, I get to work with this awesome actor named Jaimin Hansu. I went down there for a week to play a bad guy in Fast and the Furious 7. It's a very special movie because, as many of you know, one of the stars, Paul Walker, died during the shooting of Fast and Furious 7, so everybody was treating it extra special. And Jason Statham is in it, he's a badass. Kurt Russell is in it, Jaimin Hansu. All the boys are back, and I'm trying to kill them all as the drone tech, flying a Predator with Jaimin Hansu trying to kill everybody. So go see Fast and Furious 7 next March, it's going to be amazing.
And by the way, guys, my first professional job in Los Angeles ever was a commercial that I shot. Maybe some of you people know out there. And a dude that played my little brother was a young Paul Walker. First job I ever did. And that was eons and eons and eons ago. Subsequently, he ended up falling in love with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. He's under the Paragon banner, which makes him a teammate. And he's going to be sorely missed. But a like-minded individual, solid cat.
I know there's a lot of regulators and rookies in here. Can you explain a little bit about Toast and Post for everybody else that doesn't know about it?
Thank you for bringing it up. First of all, if you are a Twitter regulator and have a drink with me every Friday night, can you stand up? I want to see how many regulators are in the house tonight. Everybody up, come on. Thank you for making the trip to Boston. I love all you guys. That do this, they join me every Friday night. They check in with me on Twitter on Friday, and if they have a birthday or someone's in the hospital or whatever, I write their name down on the log book. And at 7 o'clock, we all raise a glass to celebrate the fact that we have made it one more week. And then they take a picture of their drink or themselves or whatever they want to do, and then they post it. It's called Toast and Post. Find me on Twitter. I am BT Mahoney. Hashtag Toast and Post. Find me on Twitter. I'll put your name down.
Is it Toast A-N-D and Post?
Yes, it's Toast A-N-D Post. It's on Twitter. I am at BT Mahoney. If you do it 3 times, you're a regulator. I automatically follow all my regulators. And I love every one of them. Thank you for showing up at Boston.
First of all, I have to say, nice gig, Katie.
What?
Second, I have an Irish joke. How many potatoes does it take? Sit down, Katie. No, how many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? None.
Oh, that's sick. I love it.
Ouch. My great grandmother hates you.
an escort?
I'm an escort.
Yes, she is.
I'm a platinum escort. And one of my very, very special platinum VIPs, it's her birthday today, and I was hoping you could say happy birthday to Samantha.
Happy birthday, Samantha.
Stephanie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry, wait, hold on.
Birthday to Samantha. Happy birthday to you. Stephanie Weaver.
Stephanie, Samantha.
Good job, lady.
Stephanie, happy birthday, Stephanie.
What's going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Well done, Katie. Really? She got me a drink, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And second, I want to know if we can get a picture of you with cardboard Norman. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hand it up to Katie.
We'll do it afterwards.
Now let's do it now, Sean. Put the cardboard thing. That'll be funny because Sean's...
Who's next?
Can I take that home?
Hi guys. I just want to ask what William Dafoe, I thought his character was nuts in that movie.
Say it again.
William Dafoe, what was he like off screen? Because, you know, you don't hear a lot about him, you don't, and, you know, working as a police officer under him must have just been hysterical. What was he actually like? I mean, when he came out in drag, he always took me by surprise in that movie with what he was doing. And
I think I can speak to that. Willem, but it's not William.
Willem.
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 He's a great gentleman, an absolute gentleman. We were looking at him and thinking, man, he's like, ooh, he's gonna be scary.
Well, that's comes off.
Yeah, no, he was a true gentleman. He took the cops, took us as detectives out to dinner to get to know us a couple of times. Every time we went to a restaurant, all the chairs, when I first learned about fame, we'd sit down at the table, you know who the hell we were, but everyone would shift their chairs in the restaurant to get a look at Willem. It was just really an incredible learning experience. He was a total gentleman. When he was released for the day, if Bobby and I had another scene to shoot, and instead of shooting to like the DP or somebody, Willem would stay there, and he would wait till we were done too. He was a real gentleman.
Thank you.
I'll tell you this. You know, everybody thinks Willem is a method actor. You guys know what a method actor is? It's one of those actors that only says the lines from the script and forces you to call him by his character name. And everybody's like, when Willem came on, they're like, oh, you know, he's a method actor, he's probably gonna be good. And I was expecting like, okay, I gotta call this guy, you know, Smecker, and he's only gonna recite lines from the script, and it's gonna be really weird. Bullshit. The guy was completely fucking normal, but except for one fucking line that he kept saying to me everywhere we go. We'd be somewhere in public with everybody around, and he'd go, fag. True story. The one time I didn't want him to be method. I don't know why, it was only with me, too.
Do you remember the scene in drag when he was making out with the bad guy? Well, that day when he was in drag, Bob Marley and I were not shooting, but we had to come in and take a look at him. So we came in on the set, and he was sitting there in makeup in full-on lady mode, reading Women's Day. Trying to get into it. He was awesome.
That was a freaky looking drag scene. Very scary. He's a genuinely nice cat, one of the most normal cats out there. I know he's played such severe roles, but that's just a credit to him being an amazing actor. Because he's one of the most regular human beings and nice and giving and loving cats you'll ever meet.
Let's give it up for Willem Dafoe!
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to thank you all for coming. I've had a great time meeting you guys this weekend so far, so I just wanted to thank you.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Brian. I have a question for Sean. There's a lot of rumors going around they're casting Indiana Jones replacing Harrison Ford. And since you played young Indiana Jones, I just wondered if they'd even looked you up or contacted you for the possibility.
Wait, they're replacing Harrison Ford?
Yes.
I didn't even know that. Why would you replace Harrison Ford?
I mean, there's a lot of rumors that Robert Pattinson made you have in Wolverine.
Harrison Ford's like, to me, Harrison Ford was like the last iconic movie star we've ever had, you know?
Yes.
We've got a lot of actors that have reached fame, but Harrison Ford is like an old Paul Newman movie star. I don't know how anybody fills those shoes like Harrison Ford. I mean, as long as the cat's breathing, the Indiana Jones that I want to see is Harrison Ford Indiana Jones, you know? It's like, it's the truth though. I hope they don't replace Harrison Ford. That's blasphemy, I say.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good question. Good question.
Sunday! Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Alright, now I know during the movie you guys probably came up with so many like improvs and everything like that. During the movie, was there ever a time when you wanted to create like your own scene that wasn't scripted? Like you guys maybe thought of something really funny or something that probably wasn't appropriate to put into the movie?
Yeah, but I'll tell you this just from a filmmaker perspective. The last fucking thing you ever tell an actor is feel free to improvise.
Well, especially you.
That's like telling a dude on the first date, like, hey, as soon as you're ready to take your clothes off, you just don't tell an actor fucking feel free to improvise.
But you don't?
Fucking actors are like making shit up that has nothing to do with the president. But yes, I'm sure everybody wanted, like, holy shit, it'd be cool if we could blah blah or blah blah. Am I right? Absolutely.
Thank you. Alright, we have one more?
Hi, Sean. I just want to ask about this movie, The Kiss. I don't know, you're going to be filming in September, and can you give us some like what's it about and something about it, or?
You know, it's a killer script. It's a pretty deep art house piece, and it's written by an amazing French director, and it's about I don't want to give too much away, but it's an artist that he's a sculptor, and he goes to some very, very extreme lengths for realism, and I'll just leave it at that. It's a pretty gnarly piece.
Really cool.
Yeah, killer. But it's one of those films that it's rare in your career when you can actually say that, wow, I would love to watch this movie, whether I was in it or not. And it's one of those.
Thank you.
When does it come out, Sean?
We don't start filming until September, so.
Okay.
September 20th.
Wow, she's got my call sheet.
She can let you know your call times, I bet.
Let us sit my alone. I didn't know something was right. I know it's early. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. I was wondering if you'd like to share the story about Roman dropping the soap in the second music.
Say it again.
One more time.
I urge you all to go straight to YouTube. It's one of my dearest friends. I'll tell you this, man. If they're your dearest friends, then you can fuck them up anytime you want to. And let me tell you this. Like, everybody always goes, oh my God, man, you're so mean to him. You know what? It's like, that's what best friends do, you know? It's interesting. Another social experiment, you know, dudes and chicks, you know? Chicks compliment each other when they don't really fucking mean it. You know? Dudes fucking smack each other in the head when they don't really fucking mean it. You know what I mean? That's the truth, you know? It's like, he's one of my closest friends, and so I give him shit. And that motherfucker's got an equal amount of dirt on me. Trust me. If I didn't trust him implicitly, I would shut the fuck up. Because he could open up the closet and go, really, Flanner? Hey, you guys have a look. I mean, but he did drop the soap. Motherfucker dropped the soap. I was there. Motherfucker dropped the soap. He's a man.
Get out there.
What?
You're in trouble now, man.
You're back, dude. I can't even tell who it is. And plus, I'm from Texas. Hey, you know what? Shocker here. If you approach a door, I'm probably gonna fucking open it for you. Get over it. If it's chilly, I'm gonna give you my jacket. Get the fuck over it. Yes, ma'am. If my waitress, she could be fucking 18, I'm 109. I'm a taller man, because that's the way I was fucking raised. I will not apologize for that shit. I don't know when it fucking polite. What the fuck is that? Earmuffs. I apologize for the profanity back there. Sorry. Everything was backward. I just saw the like 2-year-old and I'm like cussing like a whaler. Yes, baby.
So, you know that I'm asking you for a news story.
Say it again?
Just a news story. Come on,
A news story. A news story. A news story.
Tell you about Japan? You know what? I tell you guys the stories that are tame enough to not get me tossed in jail. And there's so very fucking few of those. I would love to tell you, Japan was a whole nother level. Because I'm that dude. Everybody else is like Mr. Jeremy. I'm like Ron. Come on, Ron. Really, come on, man. I get the down dirty. I would tell you a new story as soon as one gets approved.
I've got a question for all of you.
No. What? I asked him in line today for a news story.
Oh.
Well.
And I asked him Val asked you in Louisville for a news story about Japan. So I'm calling you out, you judge.
While you think of a new story, I got to point out the fact that there's somebody that in the front row right now that flew in from Japan to see you. Can you stand up on the front row? You flew in from Japan.
There are four that flew in from Japan.
I see you, they're hiding. Love the kimono, I love your kimono. Thank you.
There's Yuko.
So shy. Stand up. Stand up.
And Shiori, right there. Shiori, right here.
Stand up.
Now, check this out for a wacky little bit of trivia.
It's a good story.
Ellie, stand up.
Ellie!
Right hand to God, the first person that ever took pen to paper to write me what they call a fan letter was Ellie. I met her in 1992 in Japan. When I checked in, she was standing in the lobby. I met her, I chatted with her, she handed me my first fan letter ever. I still have that letter to this day. And I saw her when we went to Japan. And she didn't even remember. I was like, that's Ellie right there. That's fucking Ellie right there. And today, so we found her in Japan, which was in December. But she flew to Japan to see me again, and she brought one of the first photos we ever took, and it has that date stamp on it from way back then. Isn't that killer? My first fan, my number one. No, motherfucker, I know who my first fan is. It's Ellie, she's right there. I love you, baby. God bless. I'll tell you, that kind of stuff puts a smile on your face that you cannot purchase with C-notes, a stack of them. You can't buy that kind of pleasure.
Thank you for making the trip all the way to Japan.
Thank you. God bless you.
And as a bonus, as a Japan story.
What's that?
You helped fulfill your
Yeah, exactly. That's a Japan story. And my 3 friends here, they traveled all the way from Japan to see me, Rocco, Brian Mahoney, and hang out. It's like whenever you travel that far, it's like, you know, I don't know a lot of people who travel that far for saving my Brian. You know what I mean?
And thank you for the gifts. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see you guys every time we see you guys. And a lot of you guys come, you notice like every time somebody comes up, I call them by their name because I know them. Because we've been hanging out that long. It's wonderful to have something in your career that has that kind of love and that kind of pull, you know? I didn't have another one of those in my career, you know? I've never seen anybody with a powder tattoo. You know? It'd be kind of weird if somebody tattoo across the back. I don't know. But you know, Boondock has that, you know? It just has that kind of like universal appeal. And I don't know, I'm very grateful, we're all very grateful, God bless you all. And especially if you come from Japan, you guys kick ass.
I have another audience question.
It's not really a question. The girl that's sitting next to me flew in from Serbia. So
I met her, yes, you're absolutely right.
I wanted to just give her a shout out. My voice is going.
And she had an 8-hour layover.
Yeah.
I spoke to her yesterday. I know exactly what
I
you're
just
talking
think
about.
that's wicked amazing.
Yeah.
From here, all these people that come from all over Canada. It's just,
Yep. There's 2 girls from Montreal. Where are you? 2 girls from Montreal. Oh, yeah, y'all are Canada. Yeah. I know y'all. Where's the new chicks from Montreal? Back to, yes. Where's your Montreal? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be on the receiving end of something like that, you know?
We love productions. We love productions.
We love you.
Hey. Okay, I have kind of a strange request for you. I run a...
Let me just say, a chick asked to see my balls.
I know. Yeah, strange, but
You're well within the envelope of strange.
So I run a Tumblr fan fiction blog, and I have a story that hasn't been updated in like 6 months because I don't have any inspiration. So I was wondering if you and David could do, and Brian, could do some like improv and character, so I can get some inspiration for my story.
Let me tell you this. Inspiration is an inside job. It really is. That's, I'd love to give you something that can steer you there, but it is an inside job just like motivation. It is. You gotta pull that out of somewhere. You gotta pull it out of somewhere in you. Otherwise, you're gonna see something that's something that we meant to give you. It's not to get all hooky and bullshit about writing. That's an inside job. You gotta take the time to pull that out from somewhere. But, having said that, I'd love to see fucking Mahoney do some improvisation.
Yeah, okay, as the uptight, smart cop from Southie, I'll tell you, no, sit the fuck down.
But what is your fiction blog title? What do you write? You don't want people to check it out? Wait a minute, you came up here and asked for inspiration for some shit that I can't even fucking read? Then I echo Mahoney. Sit the fuck down.
Write it down.
Alright, write it down. I'm gonna check it out. What do you do? Yes, sir.
Okay, 2 more.
Hi, Mayna. 2 friends from Texas, repping Texas. Want to give a shout to you?
Yes.
And I'm a future Texan.
Tom Ball, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm a future Texan myself.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask you to
And Shreveport.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Fucking steel trap.
Yeah. Okay, this is always all this lot. Is this a specific role, a dream role that you love to play, like maybe a real person or a famous character that you like to play?
Good question.
I mean, like Sean, if you played Indiana Jones, would be like a series of Han Solo movies. Would you do the Han Solo movies if they asked you?
You know, look, like I said, I've made a career out of films that nobody sees, so obviously, if somebody wanted me to play Han Solo, I'd love to sit here and go, you know, would you like to? Yes. I can only pay you fine. Without, I'd love to be a fucking ego head, but I know my position in this world, and I'd be so grateful to do something like that. But in answer to your question, it all comes down to the writing, the execution. So just a role, I can come up with a number of different figures, but unless the writing is done correctly, and it's on each and every one basis. You read something, it can be the most interesting piece of history that you've ever experienced, but unless it's executed correctly on the page, it may not translate as well. So depending on the writer, absolutely. I mean, I read things every day that I'd love to do, to be honest with you. I do. And then I read things I'm like, oh my God, how did this piece of shit get financed?
I know, I think that.
The majority in the latter category. But occasionally you read something like, wow, man, it's amazing. So on a daily basis, I see something I kill to do. Not kill, but fucking mains to do.
I always said that the Star Wars prequels would have been better if you played Anakin.
I'm sorry?
I said the Star Wars prequels would have been better if you played Anakin because you look like a hybrid of Mark Hamill and got the edginess.
Thank you, brother.
The dark side now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got a much better movie.
So before we move on to our
Before I forget, is there anyone here from Framingham? I was born in Framingham, local boys. Anybody know? Fucking Framingham.
Yes, sir.
Years ago when I first saw Boondock, my buddies sat me down and they said, they didn't tell me anything about the movie. They just said, you're going to love it, just check it out. And that was it. So we all saw it. We all went out and bought the DVD and showed all of our friends over the next several years. What do the three of you guys think about the longevity of this franchise? This t-shirts, tattoos, action figures. What do you guys think about all this?
Hey, it's great, yeah. I didn't think it would happen, you know, that's great.
Gotta give it up to Troy Duffy. Troy Duffy, he's the man. He's the man, he's the creator, he's got the instincts. Another story about Troy, I don't know, well, probably a lot of you do know this. One of the big hotshots, money men, wanted Willem Dafoe part to be played by